you think it's anomalous or error or talagang sa umpisa pa lang ng concept ng pagre-request ninyo ng reward ay ng confidential funds. Sa tingin ninyo sa level niyo pa lang ay parang mali na. July 2022 ka napasok po sa OVP. Saan po kayo galing?
I am from the Commission on Audit, Your Honor.
Okay. Sa Commission on Audit. Thank you po. Yung first topic ko po, Mr. Chair, ay yung tungkol doon sa pagbabudget. So sa budget muna tayo, no? Noong 2022, involved ba kayo, Mr. Chair, sa ating dalawang sa budget, sa budgeting ng Office of the Vice President?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Buo noong 2022. Kailan kayo napasok po sa OVP?
I have been with the OVP since 2014.
Okay. How about Ma'am Edeline?
I have been with OVP since 2017, ma'am.
Okay, so matagal na kayo sa OVP. So na-involve kayo doon sa pagbabudget ng 2022 budget ng Office ng Vice President. Siyempre galing ito sa 2021 na budgeting, 'di ba? Yung 2022 budget ginawa yan ng 2021. Okay, so yung mga so ang ibig sabihin ng Mr. Chair, doon sa budgeting na yan, wala pang confidential funds noon.
Wala po. During preparation ng FY 2022 budget on FY 2021, wala pong confidential funds.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. And then, nung naging VP na si Vice President Duterte, Sara Duterte, noong July 1, at nag-request siya ng confidential funds for the Office of the Vice President, na-consult ba ang budget unit?
Yes, ma'am. We were consulted insofar as the preparation of the request letter is concerned.
What request letter?
During that time, ma'am,
yung request letter to the Office of President? Ganun
to the
ba yun?
DBM po, Mr.
To the
Chair.
DBM. Okay. So, doon po sa preparation ng letters, so syempre, nag-request ng budget, 125 for confidential funds. Pero alam niyo po saan gagamitin itong confidential funds as far as budget unit is concerned.
Doon lang po siya sa activity na safe implementation of OVP programs and projects and confidence building.
Pero that time, ano po ba yung mga nakalagay doon sa sulat? Kasi nakita ko naman yung sulat ng request ng Office of the Vice President to the DBM, yung request ng budget for 125, yung attach. Ano nga yung mga activities na yon? Can you enumerate, Mr. Chair?
Wala. Mr. Chair, doon po sa letter, can I just read the portion of the letter, ma'am?
Yeah.
Apo.
Okay.
Confidential funds for and in consideration of the safe implementation of the various projects and activities under the Good Governance Program and the conduct of official engagements and functional representation in international and domestic events as instructed by the President, the CF amount of 250 million is hereby requested.
Yeah, yung 250 million ang request, pero ang nag-grant ay 125.
That's correct po, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Okay. Pero yung mga, Mr. Chair, yung mga projects and programs na yon under yung 125 million, mga project pa ito which was conceptualized during the Vice President Robredo, right? O meron siyang ipinasa si Vice President Duterte na iba pang mga programs that would cover yung confidential funds?
Insofar as the projects, ma'am, I think I would say the projects of the then Vice President and the new Vice President during that time is almost similar. These are all social services, medical and burial, the livelihood, the disaster operations, and the likes.
Yes. Okay. So ibig sabihin, wala siyang idinagdag na programs aside from doon sa which was budgeted during the time ng 2021?
Yes, and as far as I recall, ma'am, wala namang pong unique or kakaiba na ginawa during the second period of 2022.
Yes, so Mr. Chair, ang sunod na tanong ko, di ba kayo nagtaka? Kasi during the stint of the Vice President Robredo, wala siyang confidential funds in implementing the various projects, no? Pero ito, last quarter na lang ay nag-request pa ng confidential funds. Did you not question it?
No, ma'am. However, in every implementation of programs, part of the to ensure the successful implementation is the peace and order or security. That's my personal opinion, ma'am.
Yes.
As budget officer.
Oo. Kung titignan natin yung security, peace and order security, magbigay ka nga ng example ng project noong panahon ni Vice President Robredo na sinasabi mo ay peace and order security. Kasi katulad nito, yung program ng Vice President ni VP Sara, kahit na yung sa libreng sakay or sa kasi dito sa Quezon City massive yung libreng sakay, pero tingin ko naman di naman yung ginamitan ng confidential fund ng LGU, no, through Mayor Belmonte. Pero ito, magbigay ka nga ng example ng panahon ni Robredo, Mr. Chair, na sinasabi mo na kailangan ng peace and order, pero hindi naman nagkaroon ng amount ng confidential funds para to implement it successfully.
Well, during the time of Vice President, I'm not saying po na may component ng security or peace and order, but heavily focused po sila talaga sa developmental works and partnership. Hence, nagkaroon po nung COVID operation at the latter part of her term po.
Yes, okay. Tama. And syempre, alam naman natin yung confidential funds, di ba? It's a fund na pag-gather ng mga confidential information, di ba? Kung may sakali, tsaka kung sakaling may problema sa security and others. Pero kung titignan natin, Mr. Chair, malaking kaibahan talaga, no? Na kung sakaling, kumbaga, etong panahon ni Vice President Duterte, Sara Duterte, may ganito kalaki, no, na confidential funds na ginamit dun sa program. So would you know, ano kaya yung, ano mga programs dito, o lahat ba ng programs ng OVP nung panahon ni Sara Duterte, dun sa 125, anong mga programs doon yung ginamitan ng confidential funds? Kasi sinasabi mo, Mr. Chair, sinasabi ng ating na confidential funds na ginamit dun sa program. So would you know, ano kaya yung, ano mga programs dito, o lahat ba ng programs ng OVP nung panahon ni Sara Duterte, dun sa 125, anong mga programs doon yung ginamitan ng confidential funds? Kasi sinasabi mo, Mr. Chair, sinasabi ng ating resource person na parehas lang naman, no? Kung ano yung project ni Vice President Robredo noong 2022, yun din naman yung ipinatupad ni Sara Duterte. So, na parehas lang naman, no? Kung ano yung project ni Vice President Robredo noong 2022, yun din naman yung ipinatupad ni Sara Duterte. So, ano-ano dito yung mga programs na ginamitan ng security and...
Apologies, Mr. Chair, but I have no knowledge po on the utilization of the confidential fund.
Well, I beg to disagree, Mr. Chair. Hindi ko tinatanggap yung sagot. Kasi budget officer ka, nag-request kayo ng letter for 250 million confidential funds, 125 yung ginrant, Mr. Chair. Pero dapat ang budget, alam nyo kung saan niya gagamitin yung 125. Kasi, Mr. Chair, talagang dito kasi, nung nagkaroon na ng audit, di ba, dinis-allow yung 73 million So dapat ini-ensure ng budget na yung mga paggagamitan nito ay itemized at alam nyo kung saan gagamitin. So don't you think you are accountable to this? Kasi parang pinabayaan nyo lang na mag-budget ng 125 na hindi nyo naman alam saan gagamitin yan. Kasi reward payment, 10 million, disallowed. Payment for various goods, 34.8 million, disallowed. Payment for reward and medicine, 24.9 million, disallowed. So, yung mga 3 million for tables, computers, and disallowed. So, bakit pinayagan ng budget unit ng OBP na may ganito na wala man lang justification?
Ma'am, if I may, Mr. Chair, yung participation po ng budget division, mahabang proseso po yung pag-request ng CF to paano nagkaroon ng cash advance hanggang mag-grant yung cash advance hanggang ma-utilize po siya and hanggang ma-liquidate.
Hindi, yes. Ang pinag-uusapan lang natin yung cover ng inyong responsibility as budget.
Okay, ma'am.
Kaya ang tanong ko sa budget unit ng Office of the Vice President, upon request, pag nag-request kayo, may mga justification kayo, di ba? Sa confidential fund. Ayan, nakalagay kasi sa Mr. Chair, sa JC, kung saan lang pwedeng gamitin yung confidential funds. At yan ay naka-itemize yan talaga at strictly doon lang talaga gagamitin. Kahit na sinasabing for reward, for ano pa ba yun? For buying of information, for other supplies, etc. Dapat merong merong itemization.
Ma'am, wala po siya, hindi po siya available at the time nung nag-request na po ng cash advance. Ang attachment na lang po nung request for the cash advance nung CF is the Physical and Financial Plan which was also submitted to DBM during the time of request ng OVP to DBM.
So don't you think it's anomalous or error or talagang sa umpisa pa lang ng concept ng pagre-request ninyo ng reward ay ng confidential funds. Sa tingin ninyo sa level niyo pa lang ay parang mali na. Kasi alam ko Mr. Chair nawala si Mr. Chair. So alam ko Mr. Chair napakahigpit natin doon sa pagbabudget. Talagang binubusisi natin saan siya talaga gagamitin. Pero dito sa confidential funds parang naging lenient ba tingin niyo ang unit ng budget?
Ma'am, kasi yung Physical and Financial Plan po, signed by the accountable officer, noted by the Finance Service Director, and then signed by the Vice President. So we merely relied po doon sa content ng Physical and Financial
Ano
Plan.
ba nakalagay sa Physical and Financial Plan? Ano-anong mga activities yon? Na bigla kayong na-convince na kailangan nito ng confidential funds. Kailangan nito na makapag-hire tayo ng mga informant. Mag-ano ng safe houses.
Ma'am, yung under PAP po na Good Governance Program, Mr. Chair, and then yung next column po niya, expected outcome is safe implementation of OVP initiatives and confidence building. And then yung portion
Anong
po,
particular na yun? OVP, OVP. Anong particular na activity yon para mapatupad yung sinasabi niyong programs and projects?
OVP initiatives pertains po dun sa mga projects na ini-implement po during that time, ma'am.
Doon sa fourth quarter?
Upon the assumption of the Vice President, ma'am.
Hindi, kasi ito, fourth quarter itong pinag-uusapan natin eh. Anong mga programs ng OVP, Mr. Chair, yung tinutukoy na magwawarrant ng 125 million na confidential funds. Ano-ano to?
Based on the PFP, ma'am, the Physical and Financial Plan, it's only the Good Governance Program.
Under sa Good Governance Program, ano-ano itong mga program?
Wala na pong nakaspecify, ma'am, sa Physical and Financial
Well,
Plan.
so Mr. Chair, doon pa lang talagang nakikita na natin, talagang very lenient. Hindi naka-specify. 125 yan, Mr. Chair. So hindi ba na-realize ng office yung unit ng budget na napakalaking halaga? Don't you think you are accountable dito? Kasi, Mr. Chair, dahil meron ng notice of disallowances, don't you think you are accountable to this? Kung sakali na hindi ito ma-justify, at ito nga, nakikita na natin yung mga misuse nito. Don't you think, Mr. Kevin, you are accountable to this? Kasi part ka nung nagpirma dun sa mga budget na yan. Tsaka yung...
Based po dun sa joint circular, the accountability of accountable officer would depend dun sa degree of participation.
Yeah. Okay. So, ikaw, tingin mo ba may accountability ka rito?
Well, ma'am, as a budget officer, yung pinirmahan ko po is, na sinecertify ko po na may allotment na na-receive ang OVP insofar as confidential expense is concerned, ma'am. Which na-release naman po yung SARO, so that's my basis po to sign na may...
How about yung
allotment.
accountability mo nun nung hindi mo ginamit yung iyong, alam ang tawag dito, yung discernment or yung inyong pag-analyze saan gagamitin ito. Kasi doon pa lang talaga magsisimula yung pag-grant. Otherwise, hindi na grant ito kung nabusisi mo ng husto o nabusisi ng husto ng budget unit ng OVP ang paggagamitan nito. Remember 11 days lang ito na na-implement itong mga programs na ito. 105 activities, no, nakalagay dito, no, na inatinan mismo ng Vice President. Ano-ano itong mga 105 activities na nakalagay diyan? Nakita mo ba to, yung 105 activities, saan-saan?
No, Mr. Chair.
Paano? O, di ba? So talagang tingin ko, Mr. Chair, meron ding pananagutan dito, no, yung budget unit dahil sa pag-approve, no, o yung pag-certify na merong budget na na-request, no, sa kung saan man yan na-request, no, sa Office of the President, etc. Okay, next, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Sir Kevin.